Welcome back to Power Panel 365. This is your host, Star Coates.
Today we have a guest with us, um, Romar and Donald from Black Wall Street. So tell us a little bit about you guys, how you guys feeling. Okay.
It's divine timing. We feel amazing. We feel great.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about Black Wall Street of Reno and even why you guys gave it the name, or whomever gave it the name.
Black Wall Street of Reno, it came about that I was doing my outreach activities with New Generation there, bringing the awareness to homeless and youth addiction in Reno, Nevada. And Romar was doing his literacy program with the library, and he seen the drive that he called me up and asked me. He told me, hey, I got a building. Enough said. We came together, said it's two different businesses, let's call it Black Wall Street. And so we hit the ground, boots on the ground, and got to putting in work.
Nice. And then tell us a little bit about some of the things that you guys have done within your community, and how you've impacted your community with what you guys are doing.
Okay, well, Black Wall Street Reno consists of two platforms. One of our platforms is outreach, and the other platform is literacy, literacy empowerment. Nevada ranked in the low 40s the last couple of years on the national education. So, that's a calling for me to kind of spread awareness, encourage reading, and get some literacy scores up, and especially for, the African American community. We know the Chinese kids, they be on point with their elementary schoolings and things, and it's time for us to, start self-educating and take that responsibility upon ourselves to, lead the way for the next generation.
And with that, we do backpack drives once a month. We go to the neighborhood parks. We do backpack drives where we're donating up to 75 backpacks a month to other organizations that help us do this. It's not just us. We do have the ball is rolling. That I want to say that whatever God graces us with, we throw it and it sticks, and we've been moving that way. But we are a big platform in Reno, Nevada when it comes to the outreach for the kids.
Wow, that's great, you guys. And tell us a little bit about some of the other programs that you guys may have, like when people go by and they see, Black Wall Street of Reno. Matter of fact, before you guys tell me that, tell me the types of reactions you guys get to the name.
I believe the name is what took off, the reason why it took off so fast. I believe if it would have just been New Generation there or Ancient Destiny, Book Destiny, I don't think it would have took off that way. I believe that the name of Black Wall Street brought more energy from our ancestors and the struggles that we've been through as black people in the world, that it gave it homage to us. You know what? This is what's building, this is what needs to be done, and this is the structure that it will be done under. And plus, it holds us higher to accountability that we have to be the name. It's just not just a name. We have to be the heartbeat and the vein of Black Wall Street.
Right. And what were you guys going to name it originally?
Originally, it was going to be called Ancient Destiny Bookstores, but the nonprofit seemed a little better, only because of the structure of the business and the way to do the community engagement. It still had a space to where we can host book clubs and things of that nature, financial forecast classes, real estate buying classes, getting the development stages into what we need to do.
We allow We allow young black entrepreneurs as well as Hispanics, whoever wants to come in and host a class. We done a Stop the Bleed class where a firefighter came in and handed out certificates upon completion. And we're just saying that make a donation when you come in. All classes are free, but these donations do go forward to keeping the lights on and the daily activities.
Wow. And tell me, what are some of the favorite workshops that you guys have seen be put on?
The financial forecast, that's a great class. Only because, in the inner city, the black community, you speaking to people from all age groups and, in all different levels of the financial spectrum. So everybody's able to learn, share their ideas, experiences. It's just a great platform for everybody to learn.
And how about you, Donald? What's your favorite?
I agree with him because we're at a deficit here. I believe that the whole world is playing Monopoly and we don't even have the rules. We do not know how to budget. They do not teach us how to budget, and we do not teach ourselves how to budget. And when it do come down to daily activities in life, we're last place. The Chinese man come over here, you don't even see him work. He opened a business. And we don't even think to tell our kids to open a business. We say, go to school, get a job, and work for somebody else. We have to change the way we think, stop selling grandma's house, and start investing in real estate and so forth.
Wow. And then tell us about at least, it doesn't have to be one or two, but tell us the highlight of you guys opening up and reaching out to your community. Just give me an instance of something that gave you guys joy, hope, or anything about your business.
Yeah, just seeing that the face on somebody that's in need and you able to provide that need. That that feeling of opening up a present on your birthday type of thing. Just to empower the community.
It's like being Robin Hood. These donations are free. We don't sell them. It ain't about a selling game. It's about giving back. And like you said, we threw a Christmas in April where we just had the whole parking lot. It's here. Come get what you can get. Just don't be to the point where you're taking more than the next person before the next person gets their fair share. But it's like being Robin Hood of the community, giving back and seeing those kids get library books that you went out and got for them so they can read and be the next president.
Wow. Now, have you guys gotten anyone, any big names that have come inside and just took a look and you guys were like surprised that maybe that celebrity or somebody was there or somebody like really important in your town? Or really, I guess, popular, if you want to say it that way.
We got a few. We have got a few state senate letters from Washington D.C. The governor. We got some good recommendation letters.
Yeah, just to know that our efforts is being seen outside of Reno. That's why I had to ask you, how did you hear about us? But to know that the efforts that we're trying in the community is reaching, surpassing the community is great to see the recognition.
Yeah, we talked before, the both of you guys, and even being amazed just to hear, and it's like it was the teacher in me that made me say, "Oh, this sounds like a field trip or something." Do these guys even really exist? Come on, Lord, tell me that this is real. But of course, we know that it's real. It's just the name that you guys were so brilliant by even picking that because it's like.
Together at a time when the riots and the marching, Black Lives Matter and all that, and that movement was kind of being dismantled and infiltrated. So to channel the energy and to set the standard. It's not Black Lives Matter. We ain't gotta beg them or tell them that we matter. We know we matter. So, yeah, the Black Wall Street is something to get back to. And it's a state of mind. It's a state of thinking, of knowing the universe got your back. Follow your dreams, follow your heart. You can accomplish what you need to accomplish. Love those that love you. And don't waste energy on the hate and the low vibration and, the distractions that society stays throwing at us to keep us off balance and off track and not focusing on what we need to focus on. So, Black Wall Street, when anybody hears that name of our color, we know what time it is, you know what I mean? So it's get back to that state of mind, that Black Wall Street state of mind. We can do it. We've done it before, and a lot of us don't know that we've done it before. There's not one black city, town that exists across this nation.
Right.
So it's time to get back to that.
Now we can actually take a field trip and go see his name in the art museum in the city that we're in. He gets to see my name, but not only that, but now children, because I haven't been to a restaurant that I could see a black face up there of generations that built this. Now we can go take our kids, and since we have an exhibit in Nevada Art Museum, now we get to take our kids, and they can be proud and say, my dad is in the museum. He has an exhibit, in the museum. Now I know my partner, I know somebody who's been in a museum. You see, and that's something to look forward to. Now that's giving them more inspiration that they can do it.
And who would ever knew, operating from your heart space, you create history. Create history. You're actually creating history.
I'm so happy. I'm so proud of you guys that try to achieve. And it's like, for me,
we right there with you. Power to the people. Yes, yes.
It's almost like it ain't no way the fish ain't gonna come up one time. At least one.
Yeah. Yes,
yes. It's just like, yeah, come on, man, come on.
Right.
I love that. I love that you guys just the name alone, those of us that understand the history behind it, you guys are giving hope, to that black man or to that little black boy, that yes, I can achieve this, whatever it is that's in my way, it's going to get knocked down and I can do this. I'm going to make it over that
Right.
Tell us, okay, then I have another question for you guys too. Tell us about some of the community goals that you guys, with hopes that your community would set where you guys are.
Well, they reach out to us. I have a story for next time we meet, but tomorrow I'll come on 4 years clean and sober. So I'm in school right now to become a drug and alcohol counselor. I'm studying the same thing that keeps those paralyzed in the state of mind. God blessed me and brought me out of that addiction. So we are hooking up with the juvenile system and hosting peer support classes. Instead of doing community service, sweeping up leaves, your community service will be getting your driver's license. That time will be learning how to get your GED. So when you leave Black Wall Street, Reno, Nevada, you're leaving with something that you can hold on to and be proud of. And I don't want the same story to keep passing on through generations. I had to go to prison. I had lost this. It's the time of hanging on the corner with your pants hanging down has to come to a stop.
And how about you, Romar?
Really, my goal is the kids, to focus on the kids, to change that narrative. Due to the fact I'm born and raised in Reno, and I've seen what the 90s crack era has done. I've seen what the gentrification has done. I've seen what the prison pipeline has done. It's decimated the community. And is just back. It's time to give back and be that, not only be that example, but also reach back and lend a hand to those that may be discouraged to take that step, that leap of faith, to actually, have a hand to help them, to show them the ropes until they're ready to take the training wheels off and pursue they goal. But this platform, it still really hasn't sunk in the significance of what we are pursuing. We're so busy with just action. We really haven't had time to stop, sit back, and see how much, how far we came in such a short period of time. But it's due to the support of the community, and those that see us working from that heart space, lend a hand, donate, and those are the things that keep us going. So just staying action-packed is where we're making the impression and the impact at.
Wow. And I love that you guys are setting goals, especially what you just said, about turning around that community service from what we would see on a normal, that when you do something wrong, you have to be punished with dang near like, almost like slavery, go pick up the wheels, go clean up some fields, do the dirty work. And I think that your idea of education, this needs to be more of an education kind of thing. Because just like you said, too, even those things can be difficult for a person. They're like, oh, man, now I got to go do a driving test. I don't know how to drive. So you can have some difficulty in those areas. And it's not just, well, I'm going to sweat all day long, but come on, my back's going to be hurting. Now you're like, you got to get your brain out. You really got to study those driver's books or whatever it is, kind of whatever courses that's set forward for them to complete. Now they have to reprogram themselves from the normal. And you guys are still outside the box.
And I like everything you said, because that is the main goal, is to rewire the mind, rewire the thinking. Everything you just said it's easy to go out there and rake some leaves, but now that you have to rewire the way you think and study, when the last time, so I believe that we as black people have fallen in love with reading. We don't read until we have to. And it takes our imagination away, so we got to ask those kids, what are your dreams? And if you tell me you want to be a pilot, I can stop talking to you about being a veterinarian. And I can push you and say, this is why you need that map, because this is how you have to learn how to land. So once I know your dreams, I know what to give you.
Yeah, and I think those programs would be further stimulating, to a person, especially a person that just avoids reading and writing just because they can't.
That leads to a lot of problems, not being able to understand your court.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Romar, I didn't catch you.
Now, I was just speaking on, the importance of the reading. We don't know how to comprehend the court papers or, some attorney papers or the doctor's record. They don't know how to read. A lot of us don't know how to read that stuff or comprehend it.
And I think, it's discouraging sometimes, too, because of the terminology that they use, the broad and ambiguous terms. They get turned. They're like, no, I'm not even trying to pronounce it. I'm not even looking up the TV. They get easily discouraged. And I know that some of those things are systematic, but I love that idea of, I'm not going to punish you in this area. Because if we were kids, homework, they feel like those things wrong.
Yeah, we would like to expand our building, and we would like to have a building with some handicap access. The stairs, we're on the upstairs, and a lot of the seniors and elders have trouble getting up them stairs. So we plan to expand to a bigger building in the next year or two, and expand the platform and be able to host more classes and have, retirees volunteer some time in the community and stay active. Just organizing and nation building. That's what it's about.
Well,
I would like to see more of the parents get involved with the learning that we're going to be giving to their children. I believe that once the knowledge is starting to be passed through, and there's number and power. There's power in numbers. And I believe that we're losing these battles with our children because it has to start at home. If they only come outside and project what they feel, and that's why we're looking at the kids like, look how they acting when they don't have anybody to talk to at home, because we're telling them, keep that energy in, don't cry, don't be a punk. And the way we talk to our kids suppress this energy down, and when they get out in public, away from the watchful eyes, they get to act that out. And that's what we're seeing. That's why we're seeing these young kids out here killing. They do not know how to problem solve. They do not know how to talk and let that energy out. That's my goal, and that's what we'll get to. That's God's goal for me to do.
Wow. You know, and you kids on the part by saying that you guys are so intelligent guys, you know, and I think your points are very valid, especially, you know, with the kids, especially them being at home. Yeah. I think there's only so much that you can do, you know, as a community leader. Like, you care for the kids, but you can't go home with them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else you guys want to add? We're going to close out in just a few minutes, but we're going to keep on talking.
Black Wall Street, Reno, Nevada, 351 South Wales Avenue, Suite 100, Reno, Nevada, 89502. All donations are welcome in kind, even if you just want to host a Zoom class meeting and we set it up where we can vibrate on a different level of teaching. It doesn't always have to be about money. It's just about the knowledge of passing forth what you know that we don't.
And then if you have any questions, you guys have an email or phone number you guys want me to call you guys on.
BlackWallStreetReno.org. If any other viewers come to Reno, please reach out, stop by, check us out. 775-232-9815. That's my personal number, so please call with knowledgeable information and we can get something moving. We're looking for all, you know, conversations are always welcome.
Yeah, we love having you guys on. I would encourage everybody to show these guys some love, find out where they're at, you know, share. You know, and if you never heard of Black Wall Street of Reno, find out.